Hi, welcome to my channel, and today I have another theatre vlog for you. So today we're actually going to see a children's show. We're going to see the Smeds and the Smoos at the Z Arts Theatre in Hume. So we're really looking forward to it. It's one of the kids' favourite books, so it should be a good show. We're getting the bus there. I think the bus stops right outside it. We've never been to this theatre before, but I'm pretty sure the bus stops right outside. It starts at 2 o'clock. It's only an hour long. And so yeah, I'll get back to you now once we are at the theatre. So we've just arrived outside the Z Arts Theatre. It's just here, so we're just going to cross over and sort out our tickets because I don't have any tickets, so I need to go to the box office and find out if I can get the tickets from there. So yeah, just gonna cross over and head in. So we're just inside the Z Arts Centre now, so they've got this sort of little cafe area in here. I've taken my tickets from the box office, we've got those. And yeah, just waiting for the show to start. Oh, they've got some colouring sheets there. Nice little venue actually. So the theatre's just over there. I'll show you. So this is one of the doors to the theatre here. This is the blue door, seats A for F1 to 10. So this isn't where we are. Does it say what door? On here? I don't think it says what door, but I'm assuming it must be the other side. I hold the tickets, thank you. No, they need to scan them when we go in. So yeah. The other side. Today we are at the Z Arts Theatre. I've never been to this one before. Actually, I tell you, I've been to this once before, years and years ago. My sister did a performance here, and it looks completely different now to then. But they do a lot of kids shows on here, so we've come to see the Smed and the Smoo today. And yeah, it should be really good. It starts at 2. It's currently 1:30 now, so it starts in half an hour. We've got a nice little cafe here if you want to get any food and stuff. So they usually do hot food, but they're not on today, just doing the cold food. But yeah, should be good. So I will get back to you now. Probably after the show, but I'll probably like film you going inside the show and stuff. But yeah, should be a good day. And then later tonight, Lawrence and I are going to the Lowry. We've got a press night at the Lowry to see a dance show. It is Jungle Book reimagined. So yeah, a busy day of theatre today, and I will probably get back to you now once we finish the theatre. So I just got the kids a Smed and Smoo gingerbread biscuit each. So I'm just going to give them a... Alice has got a Smed. Oh, the red one's Smed. I can't remember.
I can't remember. I think red is Smed. I think blue is Smoo.
What have you got, Leo? A Smoo? Okay, so we've got our little programs. We're just heading in to the show. Oh, wow. Oh, look, Leo, we're up here. Today we go. Good boy. I think we're right at the top. Oh, look, we're up here.
Hi!
We're high, yeah? Leo, these seats are yours, Leo. This seat.
Hi!
Oh, wow. It's a good view up here. Yeah. Oh, I'm so excited. So we are now in our seats. We are on row J, seat 1, 2, 3 and 4. And this is our view. It's a really good view. We're really looking forward to the show. It looks really good. So obviously I'll tell you more about it after the show. Yeah, we're looking forward to it. So we are in our seats now. The kids are just looking at their little programs that they got. There's like a colouring thing on the back of it as well. This is our view, and it literally should start any second now because it is 2 o'clock. It's only an hour long, so it shouldn't be too long, but super looking forward to this. Should be really good. Now it was a really good show, and this is where we was at the Zed Arts Centre. Really nice for kids and family shows. So actually there's a board here to see what else is on, see if there's anything else on that the kids would like. There's a board. So yeah, we'll have to keep an eye on here and see what else they have on. Hi, so it's now a bit later, the children are in bed, so I thought I'd just give you a quick review of the show that we saw today. So obviously we went to see the Smeds and the Smoos at the Zed Arts Theatre in Hume, which is like in Greater Manchester. And we hadn't been to that theatre before. It's the first time going to that theatre, and it was a lovely little theatre. We'll definitely have to try and go there again for some other shows to do, mostly kids shows. And yeah, I definitely would love to go there again. So the building's a really nice building. They've got a lovely library in there. They've got a nice cafe area. I think they usually sell hot food, but they weren't when we were there. They were selling like sandwiches, packed lunch sort of foods, coffees and stuff like that. I actually bought the kids some Smed and Smoo gingerbread biscuits from there. It was £1.50 for 2 gingerbread biscuits. It wasn't too bad. So yeah, we bought those from the little cafe. So I thought that was a nice little cafe area. The theatre itself was really nice as well. We were on row J, which was quite near the back, seats 1 to 4. And we had an amazing view. The view was really good. The seats are very well raked. So even if a kid had an adult sat in front of them, you could still see very easily. The only problem with that is, with little children, where they're sat on the chairs, their feet are right by the person in front's head. And my little boy, if he sat back in the chair, his feet would naturally be right where the person's head is. He'd have to sit really far forward on his seat to be able to dangle his legs down. and so he kept trying to rest his feet on the seat in front, so I had to keep telling him not to do that. But I think it was the same with a lot of kids, it's just the way the seats are raked, their feet naturally stop right by someone's head. But that is the only flaw. It does allow children to have a great view though. So as you came into the auditorium, the staff gave everyone a free little program. So this just tells you the cast list on the front there. It tells you a little bit of information about Tall Stories, which is who produced the show. A little bit of information about Tall Stories in there. Tells you some other shows that are currently on tour. Not sure if it's going to focus, but they're currently touring The Snail and the Whale, Gruffalo's Child and Gruffalo's Child. And then on the back they have a little colouring sheet for the kids to do. You can also scan the little QR code for some more information, and then there's another QR code in here to sign up for special offers and their mailing list as well. So a few QR codes on there. So if you don't know the story of the Smeds and the Smoos, it is basically about two little aliens that live on the same planet. One is from a family called the Smeds, the other is from the Smoos. The Smeds are red, the Smoos are blue, and they don't like each other, they don't get on because they're different from one another. However, Bill from the Smoos and Janet from the Smeds end up making friends and eventually decide to marry. Their family are not happy with this decision, so they run away, or fly away I should say, in a rocket, which leads the Smed and the Smoo family to then join forces to try and find them, and they stop at different planets along the way looking for Bill and Janet. So that is the basic story. It's by Julie Donaldson and Axel Scheffler. Obviously they've produced loads of amazing stories. Tall Stories have actually produced several stage shows from their stories. They've done Room on the Broom, they've done the Gruffalo's Child, and Snail and the Whale. So we've seen Room on the Broom and we've seen the Gruffalo, which were both amazing shows. And did this one live up to those two? I think it did. I think this was a very good show. It had some amazing puppets in it. I really enjoyed the puppet of the Lurgle-Strop Beast, the one with long noses that waters the roses. This one in the storybook. The puppet of that was really good. I liked the way it moved. The kids really enjoyed that puppet as well. They also had puppets that look like little, we call them baby Gruffalos. They're the ones from, we found them in the story. They're the ones from Grimbletosh. You can see them. They look like little baby Gruffalos. The children really enjoyed those puppets as well, and their favourite puppet was the baby, the purple baby at the end. They loved that puppet. That was really good. It looked just like the baby from the storybook. So yeah, both my kids really enjoyed the show. It had some good songs in it. I have to say the songs in this aren't as catchy as the songs that were in Room on the Broom and the Gruffalo. The Room on the Broom being my favourite for songs. They had some, well actually I loved every single song in Room on the Broom. The Gruffalo had some good songs in it as well. This one, they weren't as catchy, they weren't very memorable. The only one I actually remember is the end one that they sang at the end, which was Joy Jam and Jumpin'. That is the only one that I remember, and that one is really catchy and really good. But I don't really remember any of the others. But I do think they were good, they're just not as memorable as some of the others. The show also had a bit of audience participation in it. They got the kids to pretend to swim when Janet was swimming. They got the kids to clap along. At one point they bring out water guns and squirt water at some of the people that are sat in the front rows. So yeah, it was good. It kept the children entertained. They got the kids to shout out. They're asking like, where's Bill, where's Janet, and the kids shouting out there. So they all joined in. All the kids seemed to really enjoy the show. The set was amazing as well. It's a really good set. It definitely looked like you're on another planet. And yeah, I enjoyed the set. costumes were very simple but effective. You knew that they were a Smed, you knew they were a Smoo. They needed to have simple costumes because there's only 4 people playing the part, so they had to keep changing costumes. There were Smeds and Smoos at different times, so they needed quick, easy costumes that they could change in and out of. I'll just quickly show you who was in the cast. Okay, so here is the programme that you got on the way in. So it says here, what are the favourite childhood stories of our cast and crew? So you have Felicia Akinteo, who plays Janet, and she says her favourite childhood book was The Hungry Caterpillar. You then have Robert Penny, who played Bill, and his favourite childhood book was Harry Potter. You have Grace Liston, who was the understudy, so we did actually see her on stage. We had Tom Capper, he played Grandfather Smed. He said he adores the Minpins. And then you had Andrea Sadler, who played Grandmother Smoo. She said she liked the magic porridge pot. Never heard of that. And then you can scan this QR code for more information on the cast and some activities. So I did scan that earlier, so I can show you what you actually get once you scan that. So this is what you get when you scan the QR code. So it tells you a bit more information about the cast. Go swipe and it tells you about each cast member. It tells you about the stage manager on there, director, and then it also has these activities. You've got that one. Colouring sheet that's on the back of the programme, and you also have a little word search activity as well. So then inside the programme you have information about Tall Stories and some information about the show, offstage team, and then you've got a bit from Donaldson, a bit from Axel Scheffler, and then you have thanks, and then you also have this bit. This is a bit that's all about Tall Stories, and then this is the other shows that they are currently have on. And you can scan here to sign up to their mailing list, and then this is your colouring sheet on the back. So that is the programme. So the cast in this were all amazing. They were all really good. Like I said, they played multiple parts, and I just thought they were really good. They're really high energy. There's only 4 of them, and I just thought they worked really well together as a team. And yeah, I really enjoyed all of their performances on this show, and so did the children. All the children in the audience were really enjoying the show. I have to say, it's probably not my favourite of the Tall Stories productions. I think my favourite one is probably Room on the Broom, just because there's so many good songs in that show. I just really enjoyed that one the most. This one I probably enjoy on par with the Gruffalo. I'd say they're about the same for me. So yeah, I definitely recommend it. I think it's a good show. I definitely give this show a 4-star review for this children's show. Definitely go and see it if you can. It is actually coming to the Lowry in October, so you have still got a chance. If you live like in the Manchester area, you still have a chance to see it when it comes to the Lowry in October. I can link below where you can get tickets for that. I'll also link down below the Tall Stories website if you want to learn some more about the show or other Tall Stories shows as well. I'll also be doing a written review, so if you want to read a bit more detail, I'll link that down below as well. That'll be on my blog website, which is www.allabouttheatreuk.com. So we paid £12.50 each for our tickets. I think there might have been a booking fee as well, I can't quite remember, which I thought was really reasonable price for a ticket from Tall Stories, because I've only ever seen productions at the Lowry, and at the Lowry they're £18 a ticket. Smed and Smoo is actually going to be on at the Lowry in October, and they're charging £18 per ticket, so it's much more expensive than seeing it at the Z Arts Theatre. And to be honest, I think the view at this theatre is much better than the view you probably get at the Lowry. So I'm really glad that we actually came to see it here at the Z Arts Theatre. And like I said, it's a lovely theatre. We are probably going to look out for more shows that we can go to with the kids, because it's a really, really nice theatre. It's really easy to get to for us on the bus. This bus that we get stops right outside the theatre, so it's really, really easy for us to get to. So I hope you have enjoyed this little theatre review of the Smeds and the Smoos. If you have, please do give it a like. Don't forget to subscribe, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye.